Lamborghini. But still, though, I wouldn't shoot fireworks on my Lamborghini.
I mean, how big are the fireworks?
Doesn't matter.
How many views is it going to give you? How much money is that going to bring in? And how many Lamborghinis can you buy?
We can buff it out.
Play it
Exactly.
forward.
Are we just going to scratch the paint a little bit?
Although I will say awesome. Like Lamborghini helicopter fireworks, those are 3 words.
That's straight out of Grand Theft Auto.
This episode is about our reaction to fireworks being shot at a Lamborghini from a helicopter.
On a different channel.
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux Podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux Podcast. Coming at you for the second time from the Slice on Oak Studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux, the city of Brainerd. With me, as always, is my brother.
Yeah, let's start over there, huh?
Yeah. Same one we used that we're not going to use. And then anyways, Gabe Johnson, how are you?
Hey, man, it's good to be here still.
So we just recorded a whole Taco Tuesday. Last week, we had problems with our video. This week, I didn't bop it.
You dumb bastard.
So we had no audio. I may take the crappy video audio that we have coming just off of the camera and see if there's anything we can save from that. Probably not. So that is just gone. We did a Taco Tuesday. Scott and I competed. I lost. There were some really gross ones. Still not as gross as I want, though. I want all of these to be, like, I want, no matter what happens, for it to be gross.
I don't want to puke watching you guys eat that.
I don't think it got that bad. I just think it wasn't really that enjoyable. So anyways, that's gone. That's in the past, ladies and gentlemen. And because of it, we're actually going to record a second episode and shoot it at you. And it's going to be the news. Don't tell Scotty he does the news.
Huzzah. Joey Chestnut's out.
Uh-oh.
Banned from Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest.
We just saw this before we started. Headline popped up. What the hell happened?
Joey Chestnut, 16-time champion of the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest.
Been doping?
No. He has chosen to represent another hot dog brand.
As is, of course, the tradition.
Oh, so he's banned because he's representing a different
He's
hot
not doing Nathan's.
He's not doing Nathan's. He is doing, it's like an impossible.
Okay.
Impossible
no.
Foods.
No.
Company that makes plant-based hot dogs.
Joey gone. You can't come back from that.
No.
That's a bad decision. Now, granted, these people are paying probably more than Nathan's would have paid you for life. But you had an in forever. And now you're going impossible? Not real? I mean, not that hot dogs are real to begin with.
Right. Who cares?
Is Kobayashi still around? Is he going to take the crown back?
Kobayashi's been done for a while. Kobayashi realized he wasn't in it. He didn't have the...
Well, with Joey out, he's...
Bring back the ringer.
Yep.
Bring back the ringer. I'm surprised by this because we saw the thing that just said he was banned, and I thought, how the hell do you get banned for eating?
From eating hot dogs.
Yeah. Because, I mean, no offense, he should be banned for eating that many hot dogs. Not for not. But the impossible on the hot dog? I will say this. I dated a girl.
They can probably recreate the exact same flavor without using any meat product.
I was just going to say I dated a girl that was a vegetarian for a while, and so I ate a bunch of that stuff, like Morning Farms or something like that. It's like there's a brand that she was consistently buying. Okay. And the thing that you could have confused me with was the corn dogs. There was like mini corn dogs that she was always eating, and I was like, I mean, after you've breaded it and threw it in a deep fryer, it tastes like pig anus.
Fucking thing sucks.
So yeah, he's out, huh?
He is out.
Okay. Well, by the time people see this, it'll be old news, but still, right now, hot news.
And Major League Eating has said that they are devastated to learn that Joey Chestnut has chosen to represent a rival brand that sells plant-based hot dogs rather than competing in the 2024 Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
Devastated. Major League Eating and Nathan's went to great lengths in recent months to accommodate Joey and his management team, agreeing to the appearance fee and allowing Joey to compete in a rival unbranded hot dog eating contest on Labor Day.
Ah.
I don't want to step on any toes here, but I formally invite Joey Chestnut to the city of Brainerd on the 4th of July for the iKnowBadeaux hot dog eating contest, real or imagined.
Real or imagined, it sounds like he's got a fee. I can't cover your fee. Unless it's
I think
reasonable.
Impossible Hot Dogs has that covered for us.
Well, yeah, but we will.
We will let you come eat hot dogs here if you want.
Yeah.
I won't ban you. It seems like a weird move, though, right? So now he's banned, right? So that's coming from them.
Right.
That's not like, hey, he's not going to be
But they're
participating.
devastated.
They made it sound like he made a choice.
Well, no, I'm saying he did make a choice, but now they're banning him. That's your language. That's not Joey Chestnut's language. It's like, no, I'm going to eat over here as well. Turns out he eats.
Pretty good at it.
Yeah. The whole thing is bizarre, though. Like the whole, and I can't believe, because it's been a run for that guy.
Yeah, 10 years. Or no, sorry.
Yeah,
he
longer than
owns
that.
the top 10 performances.
Yep. It's been longer. It's been probably 20 years.
Well, it's been 16, not all in a row, but yeah.
He's won the event 8 years in a row.
Okay.
That's probably when Kobayashi retired.
Kobayashi was in it, yeah. And that was back and forth. What do you think about 2000? Well, I'm not trying to do math. I'm because
8 years ago was 2016.
well, no, but there was more though, right? He was in more than just those ones. Those are how many he's won in a row.
Yeah.
Because wasn't he going back and forth
They
for a
said
while?
16-time champ.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, him versus Kobayashi was a big ordeal. The hot dog bun thing, though, and just get rid of that part. The dip in the bun
water,
in the
yeah,
water.
no.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, right? It's I understand we have a competition here, but we got to watch our bottom line. Put some bread in you.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. Impossible.
Yeah, it seems as though they're leaving the door open because they say, quote, Joey Chestnut is an American hero. We would love nothing more than to have him at the nation's famous international hot dog eating
Well,
contest.
don't ban him.
Yeah.
We hope that he returns when he is not representing a rival
Yeah,
brand.
that's dumb. That's dumb. I don't know. I guess it is your hot dog competition. However, all eyes on your competition when Joey Chestnut's eating. All eyes.
Yeah, and now all eyes on competing brand. You bring in Joey Chestnut, and he comes in
He
saying,
comes in wearing his Impossible T-shirt.
and everybody says,
now
the
that-
guy that eats the most hot dogs in the world says these are good hot dogs.
Yeah.
And
That's not good for business.
I can understand
For
that, I guess. Can understand
Nathan's.
that. Because and Nathan's are pretty good.
They are
Pretty good hot dog.
I was making corn dogs before I
Nathan's?
came over here.
With Nathan's?
Yeah.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah.
Kirkland, good as well. Kirkland, they get the hot dog right. I'll tell you that. So, so they nailed the buttholes. Good for them.
Lips and assholes.
All right, well, keep an eye on it. We'll see where Joey ends up. Impossible, almost everything else is not very good. We talked about this, the Impossible Whopper. Yeah, it turns out you put mayo, onion, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah, it turns out you cook Burger King in a Burger King. It tastes like Burger King.
Tastes like Burger King, yeah. Doesn't taste like burger, but tastes like Burger King. Anyways, all right, next.
In a disturbing incident that has left many people shocked, a man was caught engaging in inappropriate behavior with somebody's pink Tesla car. The headline reads, he fingered it for 3 hours. Korean man spotted having sex with a pink Tesla.
Wow.
Well, I wasn't having sex. I mean, it's third base.
This guy kissed my wife's car, fingered it for 3 hours, and ran off only when my wife approached to get in the car.
I don't want this woman.
Yeah.
Well, did he come or what?
Wait, hold on a second. 3 hours?
Yeah. That's
Just
what they
getting
say.
started, Dave.
You're going to chafe it? Getting all pruned up? What does it say where the fingering was happening?
At the Hyundai department store in Ilsan.
Well, I didn't mean that.
The tailpipe, probably.
I don't think they have tailpipes.
Yeah, why would it have a tailpipe?
Doesn't have a combustion engine.
The battery slot?
Following the bizarre incident, the couple attempted to report it to the police, but they found that, unfortunately, there was no specific charge that could apply to this weird situation.
I'm gonna finger bang bang you into my lap.
I don't know. Is it weirder that it was pink?
Girl, you like to finger bang and it's alright.
Adds to the allure of the story.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna finger bang bang you every night.
I think if it was,
If it was brown,
or red. Red might do it for you.
Right, good. I think it's the pink that did it for him.
For sure. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if it was just a plain old cream colored.
bar of soap.
Man. For 3 hours, though, good on you. I've done some fingering in my day. 3 hours is for any type of finger. That's can get a little right here, carpal tunnel. I mean, you're gonna have to change positions.
Let's see.
I wonder if he like kept leaving and coming back. Like, would he walk by and just like finger it a little bit, see if anybody saw, and then come back and finger it a little on the other way?
Probably. I can't imagine he just stood in one place for 3 hours.
Yeah. Did you guys ever see the SNL skit for The Mistress? I think it was called.
Nope.
It was SNL. Will Ferrell's in it, so it's of that vintage. But it's this car, and it's The Mistress. And, you know, remember how some of those old 70s cars had you'd put the gas in through the trunk?
Oh, yeah.
You'd like flip up that thing.
Sure.
Well, that was a vagina.
Okay.
And so the whole bit is just, this sexy car, blah, 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 that you can also have sex with.
You love your car so much, you want to share your most intimate moments with it. Well, now, you can. Introducing the new Mercury Mistress, the world's first car that you can actually have sex with.
This guy took that a little too serious.
Yeah. Well, the guy who tried to report it to the police and couldn't because there's no charge, he has also said maybe it'd be best to remove the pink wrapping. I wonder if it was triggering to mechanophiliacs, like sexy lingerie or something. They got their own name. Everybody's got their own name. Mechanophiliac.
Mechanophiliacs.
You just call him, where we come from, you just call him Bob.
Gross.
Oh, man. The fingering is the weirdest part, though. Like, what are you getting from that? What are you getting from it? Because you're not giving. You know, the Tesla ain't getting any pleasure out of your fingering.
And it ain't going to give you anything back.
No.
You aren't building up favors.
No.
You are all weirdos.
All right, we can move on from that one. I think we've exhausted it. However, though, we should probably keep an eye on legislation.
And mechanophiliacs. Keep an eye on those.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I get pretty suspicious of those people hanging out at the auto zone sometimes.
A little bit. It's the tire smell that gets them. All right, next.
Bike Share Toronto urges riders to wipe down seats if renting bike for naked ride.
Right to jail, right away.
Yes.
Oh, can you imagine?
I'd rather not.
I mean, this is Toronto, right? It's the level of hippie in Toronto. I mean, if it was like Portland, like, give me the guy. ever going back. Like, this is a problem you have here?
Read on.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you rent a bike for this weekend's World Naked Bike Ride in Toronto, be a sweetie and wipe the Seaty.
Be a sweetie and wipe the...
So it's a thing.
It's an event.
But okay, so now...
Bring your own bike. If it's an event you're going to, bring your own fucking bike.
I mean, they've got
I
little...
want to ride naked on my bike.
They've got like little booties for when somebody goes into your house, like to do a repair or something. Let's get some seat covers.
The organization recommends, does not require seat covers.
I would recommend underwear, personally. The seat cover is attached to you. You take it with you.
Poop again!
As a matter of common courtesy and hygiene, we strongly ask and encourage those riders to wipe down the seats and handlebars after their ride so that they are sanitized for the next rider.
Okay, first of all right, stop. Okay, first of all,
Where are you carrying the hand towel and disinfectant?
yes, it's like the gym. You got to
Yes,
walk
you gotta-
all the way
you just wear
across
a-
the room to go get it.
A fanny pack.
Oh yeah, okay.
Are you naked if you're wearing a fanny pack?
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah,
It's a little bit hotter.
Yeah, tell that to the elementary schools. I'm not naked.
Okay, move on from that. Just move on from that. Two things here. One, smells like for sure. That whole event smells like. Secondly, because a lot of swass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're riding bike.
A lot of swass. Oh God, yeah, riding it too. Ooh, no.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything worse. Like now, the further you get into this, I don't think there's anything worse than the idea of my brown eye just alternately rubbing left to right as I pedal.
Yeah, I get uncomfortable enough wearing pants sometimes.
It seems terrible. Secondly, okay, you had to disinfect the seat. You didn't have to go, and also the handlebars. You didn't have to go there. If you're wiping the seat, we're going to call it good. At least you got your sweaty ass off the chair.
It depends on the order, too.
Yeah,
The seat first and then the handle.
always front to back. Even on the bike, front to back. Idiots. The fucking world's problems. I would say if I am involved in, which I am, city government, we approve events like this, right? And then we have to come up with even just a recommendation to wipe your ass off of it. We're going to go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to move on from that event. Glad to have you. I'm sure Portland will love you.
Yep. Anytime SWAS comes up, we'll maybe go to the next town.
Yep. We think it's great. Fully support. However,
Take it to Nisswa.
Didn't you say it's the World SWAS Championship? Take it over there. All right, moving on. That's a pretty good one, too. So far, so good for Fresh having to just grab news in the last second because Dave can't hit record. 3 years in. Oh, we're a decade in, actually. A decade in. 3 years back. We're a decade in. All right, next.
Florida School Board has banned a book about banning books.
Solid.
Hold on. So is it giving examples of the books it should ban, and so therefore they banned it? Because that's awesome.
So I think it's fiction. It's about a girl in a school who finds all these books that have been banned and takes them and hides them in her locker. Something like that. But they're all actual books that Florida has banned.
Yeah, and so it banned it because it flagged it.
So it's just showing you these are all the books that we've banned. And so they banned that book.
Well, naturally.
Yeah. The headline is
It's like, don't tell a kid, here is a list of all the books we don't want you to read.
Yeah. Let me tell you a fan fiction of books that you can't read. I'm liberal about a lot of things. I sway more towards that I don't like government, right?
Hate it.
I'm as a mayor, and Scott and I have laughed about this. As a mayor, pretty anti-government. But stuff like this, when people are like, they banned these books. There are books that should be in some places and not in others, and I'm okay with that.
When we do it, it's curation.
Yes.
When they do it, it's banning. Right?
It's exactly right. Because I also am a believer that, you can do as you please, right? If you want to finger a Tesla. But let's do it at home.
But not at the elementary library.
Yeah. Let's just pick. I think if you're fingering a Tesla in the elementary library, there's definitely a crime.
Yes. You should be banned from the Nathan's Hot Dog Championships.
Probably. But I just think it's funny. The way that people get so caught up in things and the way that language is used to redefine things, but however, great headline. Great headline.
Yep.
All right, next. We don't need to go further into that. If you like banning books, ban books. If you don't like banning books, don't ban books. However, can we just agree that certain things are not appropriate for certain things?
Agree to agree?
Yeah.
Like fake hot dogs in your hot dog eating
Sweaty
competition.
buttholes are not appropriate for my city. All right, go.
A Michigan man whose court hearing went viral in May when he appeared on a Zoom from behind the wheel on a suspended license charge had never had a license.
Hold on. So follow-up? I was not catching this was a follow-up.
Follow-up from last week.
Yeah.
So we had the story. You had said the guy went to his court date via Zoom while driving.
He was driving.
While driving.
Yes.
And with a suspended license. He did not have a license.
Yes. Go check out the previous episode, 287.
Yep. And he finds out in the moment that he does not have a license.
Yes. Oh, my God.
And he says, oh, my God.
And he had to drive himself to jail that night.
Yes. And then I had said, I had heard that it was a clerical error.
Yes, plot twist.
They thought it was a clerical error that this gentleman, his license should have been reinstated. But it turns out
there was never a license to reinstate.
Never had a license.
Did you hear what the judge said about it though?
Not in Michigan, not in any of the 50 states or commonwealths in this country has he ever had a driver's license.
Not here, not there, not anywhere. This judge is awesome, by the way.
He has never had a Michigan license, ever, and has never had a license in the other 49 states and commonwealths that form up this great union. He has never had a license.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the attorney's like, well, I didn't know. He's like, I didn't expect you to know. Who could have known?
Yeah. What did we know what ended up happening after that happened? Because I started laughing so fucking hard. Because as soon as we got done with the episode, I went to check to see if like the follow-up that I had was correct.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when this dropped. So by the time people even saw this or heard the last episode we had, this information was available. It needed to be added. Like, how do you get yourself into the situation where because let's go all the way back, right? To the driving.
Okay, so you turn 16 and
Yes.
you decide, I'm not going to get a driver's license.
Not going to get a driver's license. And then at some point you get arrested and they suspend your license that you don't have.
Right. So it says here, Harris' license suspension was in connection with a child support case in Saginaw County, friend of the court.
So, first of all, again, F the government. What a bunch of morons.
They took away his license that didn't exist.
And he's like, I don't give a shit. I didn't take away at all.
And then the court ordered the suspension lifted to allow Harris to resume driving in January 2022.
Which
so they
doesn't
said
mean you can also then have a license. You don't have a license, you moron.
they didn't. All they saw was license suspended.
Yes.
And then, okay, we should reinstate,
Yes.
revoke, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, you can have your license back.
I love the
But
clerical
they
air.
never noticed that he didn't have one in the first place.
Oh, I could see where he would just continue driving without a license.
They reinstated.
Yeah.
Got away
Oh,
with
no,
it.
they
You
said I
got
can
away.
have it back.
Yeah.
Well, have what back?
Oh, my
Don't worry about it.
Well, and then, of course, then he's got a cane. And I didn't look into what happened with that, but he did the thing
Well,
that...
he looked genuinely gobsmacked.
He did.
Well, yeah, I would be too if I had been getting away with it my whole life and then not paying my child support and then being told I can't drive, but then them saying, oh, you know what, never mind, you can drive. I would be gobsmacked as well. It's like, these people are fucking morons.
Your brain has the shell on it.
Quote, what people don't understand when they suspend his license in Saginaw, they don't suspend the license. They suspend the privilege to drive in this state, the judge said. His driving privileges, better stated, were unsuspended in 2022. That required Mr. Harris to do something.
To go get a license.
Do it.
Now,
Yes.
not to be rude.
Yep. Nice clarity from the judge again. Good job.
However, though, would this mean that he should or should not be in trouble for driving with a suspended license? Because technically, he was not driving with a suspended license.
He didn't have a license to be suspended.
So
He was driving with a suspended privilege to drive.
no, I thought, no, that was a clerical mistake. That had been lifted.
No, he says when they suspended his license, they don't suspend the license. They suspend the privilege to drive in the state.
But according to the mid-level of this story, it was a clerical error saying it had been lifted.
No, I think it was just suspended for a while, then it was lifted.
Okay, but then the judge then ordering him back to jail was because he was driving with a suspended license. He was just driving without a license.
But suspended license means you don't have the privilege to drive in the state of Michigan.
Double jeopardy.
License or not.
I'd cry double jeopardy.
I plead the second.
You are one pathetic loser.
All right, that's enough of that guy. I do like, though, that, and now granted, he was going to the doctor's office, so maybe he was going to the doctor's office for his leg. He was sitting in the first video, but...
I want to know if he was in a car accident.
Well, it seemed like it, because she said he was in an accident,
Yep.
and he had a cane. So what kind of accident we have? Like a oh my God accident? Like I realized that I was in trouble. But it seemed like the thing that, Jeffrey Epstein all of a sudden is
Bill Cosby, yeah.
Yeah, every not Epstein, it was Weinstein. Weinstein all of a sudden shows up and he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Wheelchairs appear when you're about to be sentenced
Yeah.
very often.
and not when you're about to get off a plane.
Yeah. Didn't Michael Jackson do the same thing? Wasn't he like all frail and shriveled at the end of?
I don't remember. They had him pretty well hopped up his whole life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he was. That could have just been the drugs. Anyways, all right, next. That's a good one though. We should keep an eye on that and see
if he gets a license.
Yeah.
Does he crash? Did he not crash?
We'll see what we were wrong about next time.
I don't think we technically were wrong. The courts were wrong. We're just reporting. All right, let's go. You got one or two more? Throw us home.
Sure. YouTuber.
Yeah.
Charged for having a helicopter blast a Lamborghini with fireworks.
America.
This is awesome. God praise YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's getting arrested for it?
Well.
Alex Choi, 24, is charged with causing the placement of an explosive or incendiary device on an aircraft. The Department of Justice announced Thursday.
Oh, an airplane bombing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like tobacco and firearms.
That's Unabomber.
Yeah. Oh, man.
He faces a maximum of 10 years in federal prison.
10 years for putting a bomb on a plane? I would go higher. On the bomb.
I might try that. Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's like half a joint.
Yeah, you get that down to 4.
Yeah. I mean, he should have just fingered the helicopter.
Bang, bang, bang.
Okay, so how does this guy get to this point? Like, what is this YouTube? What's his name? What's the YouTuber? And what does he do? Like,
Alex Choi.
Okay, not familiar.
Sounds like he's trying to do like a Mr. Beast.
Okay, like
get a bunch of views for blowing up something expensive.
He's a YouTuber who specializes in car shenanigans.
I would put this under shenanigans.
I would charge him with that.
Authorities said he directed a video in which 2 people in a helicopter blasted fireworks at a speeding Lamborghini from above. That's intense.
Yeah, that sounds like clicks.
Sounds like a lot of clicks.
Yeah, we're reacting to it right now.
Yeah.
We're reacting to
the story about.
Yeah. Thanks, YouTube.
Juicy.
Okay, so the guy, he does a bunch of shenanigans with cars. And this is a Lamborghini, too.
Right.
Who's letting you have a Lamborghini to shoot fireworks at? Who signs off on the Lamborghini? Is like, shoot the fireworks at it. Go right ahead, man.
But he buys the Lamborghini.
No, maybe. I guess if you're to the point where you're shooting fireworks from a helicopter at a Lamborghini and getting charged, you probably buy your own Lamborghini. But still, though, I wouldn't shoot fireworks on my Lamborghini.
I mean, how big are the fireworks?
Doesn't matter.
How many views is it going to give you? How much money is that going to bring in? And how many Lamborghinis can you buy?
You can buff it out.
Play it
Exactly.
forward.
Are we just going to scratch the paint a little bit?
I don't know. Although I will say awesome. Like Lamborghini helicopter fireworks, those are 3 words.
That's straight out of Grand Theft Auto.
Those are 3 clickable words. This episode is about our reaction to fireworks being shot at a Lamborghini from a helicopter.
On a different channel.
Thanks, YouTube. Interesting. Up to 10 years. So would you go higher or lower on the years for this? I think it's low.
10 is low for the charge sounding like putting an explosive device on an aircraft, right? That is bombing an airplane.
That's what it said.
I would think that'd be 25, 30.
Yeah, I would too. You could plead down, but 10 to start?
Yeah, if it was just fireworks at a Lamborghini for YouTube fun, plead down to 10.
Yeah.
Plead down to 2. But if you blow up a commercial aircraft, I hope you're getting more than 10.
Yeah, 6 or 7. If it was Boeing. It'd blow up anyways.
Yeah, Boeing doesn't get charged with shit.
And I like how he just directed it too. Like that's the other part that I find interesting. Because who has the helicopter that then lets him put the bombs on it? If that's what they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
they are explosives.
You're calling them explosives. So who has the helicopter and allows it to happen and doesn't know that that's what's going to happen? Right?
Maybe the helicopter operator knows the director of the video would be the one charged, and he wanted to shoot some fireworks at a Lamborghini.
He's probably got his own YouTube channel. So I was in the video. Mm-hmm. What's the guy's name again?
Choi? Something Choi?
Alex Choi.
Alex Choi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the name of his YouTube channel or not, but that's his name.
That's his name. I kind of like it though. That sounds like a good video because did it say that they were driving?
Speeding, yeah.
Speeding too.
Officials believe the video was taken at the El Mirage Dry Lake Bed in rural San Bernardino County, about 60 miles northeast of downtown Los Angeles.
Oh, this is this is great.
Yeah.
I like it. Should have been. You got to shoot a music video at the same time, though. Like, if you're going to do that, get your YouTube, but then also get your rapper that's just standing there getting fireworks shot at him. And I got to know about the fireworks.
Right.
You know? Like Roman candles.
I bet they were 6-inch shells.
I hope they were like the Acme ones, though, from like Wile E. Coyote. I hope they had the little TP hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, in the helicopter, there was a fire missiles button that the guy got to press. So that's cool.
So it's like an attack helicopter.
Yeah.
Armed it with fireworks?
Yeah, you're shooting at a Lamborghini. Somebody trying to get away.
We have the weirdest laws. Like, everything's okay with that until the firework is lit. Well, I guess not, because he got charged with putting the bomb on there. So everything is fine until the firework gets onto the helicopter.
Yes, charged with causing the placement of an explosive or incendiary device on an aircraft.
That's the other thing,
Causing the placement.
Causing the placement. So he directed them to place the fireworks onto the thing. So he is the one charged with placing, not with placing, but causing the placement.
Yes.
Interesting. They had to have charged somebody else too, and then they're just going to plea down.
Sure.
It's crazy. What a weird goddamn story.
Yeah, so he's got almost 1 million followers.
He ain't making that kind of cash. So this is somebody else's helicopter. This is somebody else's Lamborghini for sure. I mean, helicopter for sure. Lamborghini.
It might be his Lamborghini. Like, he's got a lot of videos of just how much can a Lamborghini tow? How many LED lights can I put on a Lamborghini?
Oh, yeah. Then,
so he bought a Lamborghini and is trying to monetize.
Well, what he doesn't have is what's below that one is, should the Bigfoot pizza come back?
Should it? Check it out. 286. You want to wrap it up with that one, or you got one more?
I think that'll probably.
I think that'll probably do it. I think
706 people named Kyle.
Oh yeah,
got together in Texas.
Yes. Okay. Stop.
That's got to be some kind of world record.
It wasn't enough for a world record.
I sent you that one because what a Kyle thing to fucking do.
You know you have to get 1,200 Kyles here, Kyle.
This fucking failed by like 5 Kyles. And they probably don't even spell their name all the same. That's the other thing too. You can't. They should have to spell their name the same. You know, Aaron.
There's a guy that orders. He spells it Kiel.
Okay,
I'm like, that's Keel.
So that's
Kielbasa.
Thank you. So our older brother has a friend whose name is Kyle, spelled Kiel, Kiel. And so I was writing to another Kyle friend of mine, and I spelt it Kiel because that's just how I'd always typed it. This Kyle comes back at me. He was like, "The f are you typing?"
Yeah. Did you have a stroke?
Look, it's just that's how I know Kyle. Not that I don't know it's spelled other ways. It's just brain wise. When I went to type Kyle, I typed it the same way. What a terrible way to spell Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also what a terrible name. Worse, Kyle or Keith? Keith, for sure. You can't even hesitate. It's Keith. The answer's Keith. It's the worst name. It's the worst male name in the English language. Have you never seen Family Guy?
Not that part.
What is the most unattractive male first name in the English language?
Keith.
All right. So that's 2 episodes in one day. We've been in here for a long goddamn time. Thank you to the audience for sticking that out. Thank you to Boutros for getting the news together so fast.
Yeah.
I'm now looking at your shirt. Breadstick Master.
Yeah.
A black belt in breadsticks. That is an Olive Garden shirt.
Yeah, I used to work at Olive Garden.
Was there like a certificate you had to win? Or is this just...
No, so... Yeah, not a certificate. I mean, the certificate, I'm wearing the certificate.
What did you have to do to become a black belt in breadsticks?
We just had the most consistent breadsticks. Somebody, I don't know, it's corporate, came in and
give you
tested our breadsticks. Tested all the breadsticks of all the restaurants in the region.
Okay, stop. This
Wait,
is
so
great.
you actually did earn it?
Yeah. He's an actual black belt in breadsticks.
My first job was at Subway, and my first day they gave me the shirt that said "Sandwich Artist" on the sleeve. I didn't know how to make a fucking sandwich.
You were a sandwich artist, not a sandwich master.
Now, this guy's got a bandana and a black belt. I'm loving this. Hold on now. Just stop. How does one test breadsticks for consistency?
At Olive Garden, the never-ending breadsticks. There's just an oven that constantly has breadsticks in and out.
It's called a microwave.
Into the warmer. Nobody's microwaving their bread. Okay.
Says you.
It's an oven. Says the guy that worked there.
Okay.
Says
the
guy with the black.
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
master.
exactly. Says the breadstick master. So they go in for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You turn them. They go in for 2 minutes. You take them out. You get an internal temperature of 190 degrees or higher.
That's a lot of work for a breadstick, and they're just all you can eat all day long.
And they have to be
the judging process. Is there like some fingering, sniffing?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what the process was. All I know is that we were doing it right. So they have to be 190 degrees because that way when you slather on the butter before putting on the garlic salt, the butter cooks to the breadstick.
Okay, because it's already hot enough.
So it's got to be 190 degrees internally so that when the butter hits there, it doesn't just get soggy.
Okay, it just actually.
Yep.
Okay, there's so much happening here. There is a person from corporate, because I've worked for corporations before. There's a person from corporate. Their job is just to drive around and test the breadsticks for consistency.
Mm-hmm.
They are armed with shirts that say Breadstick Black Belt Master.
Mm-hmm.
You've earned one of those.
Yeah.
Have you ever made breadstick nunchucks?
Breadstick?
I mean, why ruin it though? Like, why not just roll with it? Have me sound like an idiot. Why not just roll with it, knowing
know
that
who
I
you're
can't
talking
talk?
to?
Just give me the benefit
of the fucking doubt and react to me speaking as though I speak like a normal person. Have you ever made nunchucks?
Nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Yeah, you're actually calling them nunchucks. Usually you call them numchucks.
Nunchuckus.
Yeah, 40 years in, he finally figured out that they're not called numchucks.
That's because when they hit you in the face, it makes it numb. I've hit myself with enough nunchucks to make myself numb.
I cannot say for certain whether I have or have not.
Okay.
I would not be surprised if I have or if someone around me did, but I can't remember a specific incident in which I did that.
Would that make you a breadstick ninja?
Samurai.
Samurais use nunchucks? I love it. We got through 2 episodes without me looking at your shirt, and now I'm seeing it. I love it. I think it's a great shirt. There's a little weird story behind it. Mm-hmm. The only thing I ever had was
impressive
quality control. We had the best quality control at the Baxter Olive Garden.
That's a lot of
didn't
money.
Last.
Yeah.
About a year after I left.
Oh, you became became a brown belt afterwards.
Everybody else did. Once a black belt, always a black belt.
I will just say that. So I've worked for corporations before. I worked for Officemax for 3 years during college or whatever it was, and they had this weird thing going on where we always had to wear these headsets, and then you'd think like, oh, I got this nice headset, so if I need something, I can just push the button and say, hey, Scott, this person's looking at, in this case, office supplies. Mm. This person's looking for a
pink Tesla.
A pink Tesla to finger. What do you know about pink Teslas? Could you come help us, right? You'd think that'd be a good way of doing it. Instead, they did what corporates does, and they made a rule that you could not have 2 minutes of silence on the headsets in the entirety of the day. And then they paid someone to drive around and sit outside of the different stores and listen with a freaking stopwatch to make sure that you were not having more than 2 minutes of time.
You know what I would have done?
Quit? Nope. I should have.
I would have put a headset on a smoke alarm with dying batteries.
So this is no joke. They then had to, in the stores, have a position that was just you standing there. And this was my role for a long time. Someone would come in the store and you'd push the button. You'd say, hey, so-and-so, I see that someone's coming in. And then somebody would click back. Yep, I'll go introduce myself to them. And then they would come up and say, and specifically, what can I help you find? Mm-hmm. Because you can't ask somebody a question they can say yes or no to.
Right.
You have to ask them a confusing question that they say yes or no to. Mm-hmm. And then you both look like idiots. Mm. So what can I help you find? And then while walking with this person to go find whatever it was, there's just a person having a conversation about what this person's looking for. Yeah, we're just going back to look for papers and pens. Okay, well, don't forget to talk about blah, 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 blah. And don't forget that you could do this and this and that and this and this. Meanwhile, you're just trying to help this person get to where the fucking paperclip
So they have
is.
corporate in their ear giving them sales pitches.
My job for multiple days a week was to sit and tell people what to do with the person that just walked into a fucking store looking for a fucking ream of paper.
Why don't we just train the people to know what to do?
Because then we wouldn't be able to pay a guy to sit in the parking lot and listen with a stopwatch.
Is OfficeMax still in business?
No, they're not.
They're
fucking morons. Like when they first brought out the headsets, like this is great because then you didn't have to like page or whatever. You could just be like, hey, I forgot where we moved the Bics to.
Yeah,
you know, because this is what OfficeMax was: paper, pens, paper clips,
and chairs,
and then they got into like printers and whatnot, which whatever, right? But those people that are in electronics, like, are people you've hired for electronics and just know electronics. The people that are walking into the store are literally looking for, hey, we ran out of rubber bands.
Yep.
Where are the rubber bands? And then there was a 5-minute conversation while they're walking. So you're not even talking to the customer. You're walking with your back to the customer, having a conversation with a different employee about what the fuck this person is looking for, and it's rubber bands. So, not in business anymore.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough of that.
Okay.
Anyway, Breadstick Master. I didn't get a shirt for that. I should have been the fucking headset master. All right. Thank you to the Boutros. Thank you to Gabriel Johnson.
Thank you, Dave.
And thank you to the listeners. We'll go through this spiel again next week. We'll be back with maybe Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Should we do Taco Tuesday again? Maybe. I think we should. We'll try Taco Tuesday one more time, and this time we'll actually get it right.
I enjoy the Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesday is great. We got to figure out from the listeners, again, this is one that we need feedback on, because if you're just an audio listener, let us know how that turns out. I had to do some kind of mastery with some audio cues and whatnot to try and make it so it's interesting and not just us chewing into the microphone. But like today, we just ate lime jello and top the tater, and it was bad.
Yeah,
it was very bad.
I'm always very interested to eat weird combinations of things.
I was really excited about bringing top of the tater, and I was very disappointed when I saw you guys paired it with Jello.
Really? I thought that was as gross as it could get.
That is the worst thing I think we could have put on a tortilla.
The problem with Scott is that he doesn't have any type of I keep telling him, like, you got to ham it up at least a little bit. It's like when I did the Tequila Stuntman when Preston Lacy was in town. Like the first time I did it, it wasn't that bad. And they're trying to get you to be like over animated about it. So the first time it wasn't that bad, and I just had like a normal reaction. I was like, oh, that was, that sucked, but it wasn't that bad. But the second day, we did like wasabi mayo, and holy shit, that was murder. And so we need more wasabi mayo reactions.
Noted.
Yeah, than we do just Scott going, oh, it's like a mole. Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Hey, look, if I would have had to eat the top the tater and lime jello one, you probably would have gotten a significantly stronger reaction.
It was really bad. It was actually as bad as it sounds. It was worse. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week. We'll try the Taco Tuesday again, and then we're back with 2002. 2002 is going great. Throw us shows, movies, music, anything at us, and we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about the movie or the TV show Firefly. We're going to talk about The Shield versus The Wire, both television shows. So shoot us over your information on those, and then anything else you got. I think we got some fun ones to go through. So,
are we getting into like the .com bubble?
I think we're at
type stuff. Are we going to start looking at some old websites that came and went?
We should. I think because 99 was the prime for that. Like we were moving.
The bubble was Y2K, but there's still.
But then after that, you started getting your pop-ups like your Newgrounds and your Homestar Runners, GeoCities.
Yeah, we should look at some of that stuff. Or what was the chat rooms that we were always in?
Oh, there was a bunch of them.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember. That would have been like 98-ish though. But yeah. So yeah, shoot us over all that stuff, and we could do a whole episode on old websites as well. That'd be a lot of fun. But shoot us over that stuff. Let us know what you're thinking. Give us some interaction, because I want to hear from you guys as to what you want. Does it work? Does it not work? We want this to be a little bit more interactive. because we enjoy it. This is for us. However, we want you to enjoy it as well. So come back at us with that stuff, and we will be back next week. But until then, we're done. Not too bad for the recording for 2 hours.
Yeah. Just threw it together.
Yeah, not too bad. And then Taco Tuesday is gonna be great if we can just figure out the rhythm of it. I think we're just a little off on it. We're like, there's like a couple pieces that we just haven't caught the rhythm because we know the rhythm of everything else we do. We've just done it for so long. Mm-hmm. There's something about the Taco Tuesday that I like can't find the beat for it. So otherwise, everything's been going great. And watch. So Firefly, I got probably 6 episodes in.
Okay.
The first one is an hour and a half. It's a movie. The first
That's
episode.
only like 1 or 2 seasons, right?
I think it's just one season.
Just the one season.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just
even
the
know if
one
they
season.
finished the first season, did they?
There's only
what happened is
episodes.
so it was on Fox, and Fox aired the episodes out of order.
Yep. Well, don't talk about it yet because that's all in the thing. Yeah, but those are 3 shows that are, I think, very interesting looking back now on, which is why I love the Be Kind Rewind stuff. Like, there's just, I don't think I would have went back and watched the Shield.
Yeah.
And then I turned it on and I was like, okay, this is different than what I thought. So
No, I've seen so many movies in the last year that I never would have otherwise.
Yeah. It's an interesting, and it's
like Good Will Hunting. Have you guys heard of it?
overrated. I mean, it's just interesting to like, and then to go in order like that. So you're seeing the transformation of like, I will say that's one of the things I want to talk about with the Shield is the Shield is, at least season 1 is in a very specific time frame of TV. So it's interesting.